Just a quick public service announcement to probably a lot of people need to hear this. First things first, like I said the other day, I posted it on my Facebook page. Do not put somebody on a pedestal when they put you on a back burner, because that's just setting yourself up to get hurt. And fortunately enough for me, been through it enough times. When it happens, it doesn't really affect me anymore, which is kind of sad in and of itself. If anything, it's just really frustrating. But the first several hundred times kind of suck, so I don't recommend it. Because what that does is it raises somebody else much higher above you, obviously, and you shouldn't feel like that. You shouldn't feel like somebody who really, in the long run, has nothing to do with you, with your life. You should really never feel like they're more important than you, because at the end of the day, we're all just living our own lives. If somebody wants to be a part of your life, they'll make themselves a part of it. You don't have to try and make them feel like they need to be a part of your life, because if they don't want to be, they're not going to be. And that's their loss, really, because everybody has something to offer. And if you truly care about that person enough to make them, higher up than you, if you have that much love for that person to make that mistake, then they're really missing out on something great, because you obviously care about them more than yourself, which you shouldn't, but you do, and that's fine. I get it. I do. Been there, done that. But they're missing out on somebody that could really take care of them and really make them feel, loved, and that's what everybody wants. But it's their loss. And another important thing to know is that eventually, when these people come back to you, and they say that, they made a mistake and they want to be with you now, and they realize how much you could give to them, you need to realize that sometimes these people aren't worth it. You might feel like, oh, they finally figured it out, they finally, they're going to love me and they're going to be with me and they're going to realize that I could love them. But not always. That's still just putting you on a back burner. That's still just, oh, I'm out of options, I'll go to this person now, and that's not okay. Don't give in to that. Another thing, a lot of people out there have dreams, and they feel like maybe if I were to achieve these dreams, this person would think that I'm worth something. But that isn't important. They should be able to see that potential in you. They should be able to see that you could achieve these things. They should be there to support you and back you up and go through all of this hard times to reach the good times with you. And if they aren't willing to do that, it's not really somebody you want to spend the rest of your life with, because life is going to be full of hard times. And if they can't be there for you to support you before you get to where you want to be, then they probably aren't going to be good for you when eventually life gets hard again, and they'll probably just leave you. That's the way I have to look at it. Because I have dreams, and believe me, sometimes I think, yeah, I could definitely do this. I'm set. I'll get there someday. And other days, I think to myself, this is stupid. There's no way I'm going to be able to do this with my life. This is outrageous. What am I thinking? I need to think reasonably. I need to think logically. I need to think all other things. But at the end of the day, it's all I want to do. That's the only thing I want to do with my life. And if I'm alone through it and I never get there, that's fine. But if I'm alone through it and I do get there, I have a feeling that these people that think that I'm not going to do it are going to look at me in a completely different light. And that's their loss. Because if they're only going to be interested in me when I'm there, when I'm where I want to be, when I'm successful, if that's the only time that they want me, then they're not worth it. So you need to go out, achieve your dreams for yourself. Yeah. First and foremost, achieve your dreams for yourself, because you're the person that you need to impress at the end of the day. You don't need to impress anybody else. People that you feel like you need to impress, people that want you to impress them, aren't worth your time. But on another, just don't have the motivation to do it for ourselves. Me, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I think I'm not really worth it. I'm not enough motivation to do it myself. Some days I feel like, yeah, I'm going to do this for me, this is what I want to do, and nobody else is going to tell me what to do with my life. Other days, I'm just not feeling it, and I get that. So, on the other side of that, do it for yourself first. If that isn't enough, do it for all the people who said you couldn't. Anybody who's ever told you can't do that, that's impossible, you're crazy for thinking you could ever do that, do it for them. And third, Do it for everybody who ever wronged you in your life, because someday you're going to make it, you're going to be where you want to be, and they're going to say, you know, oh, I was wrong about you, or, you know, they're going to try and get into your inner circle after you're successful and after you're where you wanted to be in life and after you're worth something to them. Do it for them so you can say, I'm sorry, I don't think I know you, and you can walk away. That's why you need to do it, because that's why I'm doing it. That's one of the main reasons I'm doing it, because I got a lot of people to prove wrong. So that's my public service announcement for the day, just kind of venting my feelings out there. I know nobody really cares, but I just felt like somebody needed to hear it. I'm sure somebody else needed to hear it. So if you know anybody who needed to hear this message, go ahead and pass it along to them. Thanks for listening.